Got you.
What about you? Where's your father at?
My father's in Arecibo, which is like north of Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
That's like if you're in San Juan, it's to the it's like Chicago kind of, but Chicago towards the water. It's like in this north center. So yeah. So another question.
Yeah. So,
if you had a choice to make your own liquor, what kind of liquor would you make?
that's a good one. Probably be like rum. Yeah.
What
I'd
kind?
probably pick rum.
Would it be
What about you?
Would it be a flavored rum or a regular rum?
I don't know. I guess a regular rum. Yeah, because I'm not that, I'm not that particular when it comes to liquor.
Mm-hmm.
So, usually when me and you would go out, I usually ask you what the fuck you were drinking.
Yeah.
And I just tried the same shit, so.
What about you, Al?
What?
If you could create your own alcohol brand, what would it be? It could be a beer or any type of alcohol spirit.
I will make a
Milton
whiskey.
said rum.
I'm gonna make a whiskey.
Any sort of kind of whiskey?
Well, I will try to make something close to Jameson because Jameson is my favorite whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite whiskey.
You call it Proper 13?
I will call it
Proper 17?
I will call it Colombia Whiskey.
Colombia whiskey.
Something but a whiskey that's not, because you get certain whiskeys that are so strong because you take a shot, it makes you like, it gives you like that. You ever seen a cat when it gets scared and you go, you like
the hairs pop up?
There's certain whiskeys that do that to you. And there's just other whiskeys like Jameson that goes down smooth, even if you take a shot. So I will go in between that, like not too strong. A beer would be good to make if you could infuse it with like whiskey.
You could.
Whiskey,
Yeah.
a whiskey beer, like a whiskey IPA or something.
Yeah.
But I think I will go with a whiskey. Like if I could do a distillery with my own whiskey.
Yeah. Yo, Al.
Yo.
How did you get started with Jameson that you like it so much?
Yo, to be honest, I was hanging out in the village with some white folks, believe it or not. Because I used to hang out with different crews, you know what I'm saying?
Was in that gay club you went to once?
Which one?
The one by mistake.
No. Not that one. Not that one.
2-for-1 drinks.
That was...
in the Heights?
No.
No. That's not no parking. This one was in West 4 by the Papayas.
That's so funny you say that shit. One time we were coming back, me and Lee, from a club or whatever, and I went to the Great Papayas in 175th or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize... Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't realize. I was like standing there. This big brolic motherfucker came in, and this other guy, and I was like, "Oh shit!" It was like a gay club across the street. I didn't even realize it was right there.
No parking, baby. No parking.
That was the name of it, called No Parking. It had the no parking sign.
Really?
It was right next to the Floridita.
Oh yeah.
No, so the gay club he's talking about is in West 4 in the village, across the street from the Papayas.
So what happened? After you waiting for someone?
I don't know. I was just hanging out down there and I saw 2-for-1 drinks. And I was like, okay, this is my bar right here. Yo, when I walk in and I see dudes and dudes on the wall, I was like, yo, where the girls are at? Like, and you know how you gotta walk through people, you say, excuse me, and people, like, you feel stuff, and you be like, yo, please don't tell me I fell a roll of quarters by my butt. Like, what's going on? And then guys try to buy you drinks. I was like, holy shit, what the hell is this going on here?
How long were you there for?
I was there for a half hour. I had one drink and left. I left a free one there in the bar and I went home, bro. I was like, no, I'm not gonna tell this story to anyone. But then before you said that, what was I talking about?
Fuck. What's about your own alcoholic drink?
No. He asked me how I got into Jameson.
Yes.
So I was hanging down there in the village. There was few bars by the McDonald's and the basketball courts
on West 3rd Street.
On West 3rd Street, you got the Mickey D's, you got the basketball court. So I was hanging out with some Russian people, Russian dudes, and they drink vodka. I took a shot of vodka and I was like, nah, I want something dark, because vodka never sat right with me. Like every time I drank vodka, it was like The next day, I would wake up like shit. This was my younger days. So this one bartender, she told me, yo, try this. And she poured dark rum. And I was like, I took it down. I took like 2 back to back. And I was like, yo, what is this? It's good. She's like, oh, this is whiskey Jameson. I was like, yo, ever since that day, I was hooked. And I didn't think nothing of it like, oh, this is white people shit or whatever. I was just like, yo, for me, dark rum was just rum. I didn't know what was the difference between whiskey, rum, cognac. All I kept saying, I want that dark Jameson. I could never find it uptown. Like, it was hard for me to find it uptown. So I would go with E&J, like when I hang out with Lee. Or a Hennessy, because that's what we knew in the hood. But whenever I found like Jameson, I would drink like Jameson straight up. Either straight up or with ginger ale. But that's how I got hooked to it.
I never really liked Jameson. I got into it probably the last few years, but back in the days when the people used to say Jameson, I used to hate taking those shots. But now I've gotten used to it. I like it. But at first, it was hard for me to take it. And then now I could, because I went to the shit in Ireland, I could tell the difference from like when you taste it as opposed to like another whiskey. Because like if I had to make a liquor, I'll make something close to like a Jack Daniels. But I think if you drink it straight up, Jameson tastes way better than Jack Daniels. Straight up, as a shot.
Jameson versus that Jack Daniels?
Yeah, Jameson tastes way better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Daniels is gasoline. You can put that in your car and you can start driving.
But I like Jack Daniels mixed with something.
So, Al, going the opposite way, the liquor that you don't like at all would be vodka? Is that the one?
No, well, vodka, but the one alcohol I cannot drink is Bacardi Limon.
Dang, you mad specific.
Yo, that's the day I got fucking intoxicated in Adrian's house.
Yeah.
I drank a bottle this big by myself of Bacardi Limon. Like you could call it not a fifth, but like, what's this? Like a half gallon probably? Or less than a half a gallon. Like a 750 millimeter or mLs, whatever. Dude, it was a Christmas time and back in 1996. I remember it like it was yesterday. Dude.
He was about to tell us a story.
I got in a computer chair. Picture me sitting down in a computer chair. But this party was all full of sausage. It was no girls. We were waiting for girls to come. So I'm like, oh, let me get drunk before the girls get here because I'm going to get saucy. I sat in this computer chair spinning
People were dancing with Adrian's grandma.
I was dancing with a fucking broom.
Yeah. Albert danced to the broom. And there was this other man that he was fucked up. He danced to the broom.
The hottest girl in there was
because you know what we were doing? We were taking shots. No, we had the bottle. And we were taking, like, I drank a little bit, you go. We were in a circle. And we didn't stop.
We had that and the tequila with the worm.
Adrian drank that shit. And he threw up.
Wow.
Dude, all I remember is being in a bathtub with ice in my balls. Dude, I was done, my nigga. Like,
oh, shit.
I know that day.
Albert fell on the Christmas tree.
Yo, I threw up on the Christmas tree.
He tackled the Christmas tree and fell on that shit. That shit was like a movie.
Lee and Adrian took me home that same night. It was a blizzard. And all I could tell, the next day I told Lee, yo, I felt like I was flying. Like, in my mind, I felt like I was Superman flying. Lee tells me, yo, motherfucker, your front seat, you had it sat all the way back, like you were laying down. And Adrian driving drunk to take me home.
That shit was scary. I don't remember much, but Adrian used to drive crazy.
Yo, I could remember that day clearly. Never again did I ever get fucked up like that. So Bacardi Limon and vodka. Certain vodkas I could handle. But it's not like if you tell me let's take vodka shots, I'm going to say no. Like, I'm not down with that. But Bacardi Limon, no way.
Why you, Milton?
So that reminds me of a story. So when I was in college, we used to buy those cheap-ass liquors, 99 apples, 99 bananas.
Oh, those are my shit. Those are my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. 99 apples I'll never drink again. So I was going to Iguanas.
I'm going to get you that shit for your birthday.
No.
Salud.
I had, so I was going with two of my boys, right? And one of them dropped out. And the one I went with, so I bought a bottle by by itself, like the size that you were just showing me or whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy that came with me doesn't drink. So I parked the car like down the street until it was like midnight. And I remember it was 11:54, and I just chugged that shit. Because at midnight, we left and the bottle was empty. And I didn't remember shit after that. We went into Iguanas. I was dancing with everybody. And then we ended up at McDonald's. And I fucking spilled my soda on the table. And I was like sleeping in it. It was fucked up, man. It was a fucked up night, yo.
Shit.
But yeah, I'll never drink that shit again. I'll never drink that shit again.
What's the shit you won't drink?
Man, that's the sad thing is that I'll pretty much drink anything unless it tastes bad. Like I probably won't drink something like a gin or something like that. The one thing that got me fucked up in terms of like something that I drank that got me fucked up was I was in Puerto Rico hanging out with my father, and my father used to drink this thing. I think it's a gin. It's called Cuddy Shark. You probably seen it. It's an old school old man bottle.
That shit sound like a moonshine.
It's like an old school old man bottle. They sell them still. That was his drink, Cuddy Shark with seltzer.
Whoa.
So I was drinking throughout the day a lot of this shit. And I couldn't hang with those old men. And I used to drink a lot when I was younger. And I remember, like, I kept telling him, voy para usar para baño. So I would go to, like, we were in a tienda, and I would go to the thing and throw some of the liquor out. This is when I was 110 pounds, bro. So then my uncle...
And that's wet with a jean jacket.
Yo, that's my uncle picked me up, and what he would get is Heineken's. His thing was Heineken, so he picks me up. Of course, drinking and driving, everything. Yo, the Heineken got a little bit close to finishing. Vamos para acá. He'll get more Heineken. So I remember I drank Cuddy Shark, Heineken, and then I drank this thing in Puerto Rico. It's called Roncaña, which is the moonshine version of it. It's made from the sugar canes. So I had maybe like a shot and a half. He was telling me, my uncle, because my uncle's kind of strong. He was like, yo, just drink a shot like and a half. Don't drink too much because you're going to get fucked up. You can't handle this. So I tasted it. It didn't taste strong. It didn't burn like 151. It tasted like, let's say like a sake.
Okay.
It tasted like that. So I felt fucked up. I remember we were in the mountains and all this shit. I was fucked up, but not as fucked up as he got. Because he was thinking this is only for men. And he had like 4 of the shots. And then his wife then later told me the next day that he was throwing up in the shower. But I would say probably that would be like any type of gin would be probably like what I wouldn't drink.
Joe, you're an alcoholic, bro.
I am.
Mira, huele bicho.
Huele bicho. Cabrón.
I'm gonna start talking like that every time I talk Spanish.
Johnny was talking like that too.
I'm gonna comb my hair forward all the time now. I'm gonna be a Puerto Rican for like until this quarantine comes off. Yo me llamo Alberto Jam.
Oye, papi.
Oye, bacalao, ven aquí. Ven acá, bacalaito.
Qué pajo.
Toma un chin de arroz con guandule.
Yeah. All right.
Yo, Mil, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So you dance salsa and merengue in the whole 9 yards, right?
Yeah.
So how old were you the first time you said, yo, I could dance merengue? Like, where were you? In a house party? Were you in a club? Were you a little kid that your moms made you dance?
It had to be with my mom, probably before, like, when I was like in high school or middle school, something like that. That's when I learned that shit.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I was in a house party. I was in a house party and I didn't think I could dance. And I was like around 12, 13. And this older girl took me out to dance. You know how older girls always like to take out the younger kids?
You get a hard one?
Hell yeah! This girl was hot. And she said, ven, que tú estás sentado ahí, vamos a bailar. And at first I didn't want to say no because I was embarrassed. This was a house party. We used to do more house parties than go, clubbing. And And I started dancing. And you know how parents start going, Mira,